She saw him standing by his car, awkwardly trying to balance a stack of books. One arm was in a sling, his face kind, voice soft, manner polite. He seemed helpless, maybe even embarrassed to ask for help. So she stepped forward, offering to carry a few books to his Volkswagen Beetle. As she leaned into the passenger seat, everything went black. That man was Ted Bundy, and she would never be seen again. To the world, he was the ideal man, charming, intelligent, clean-cut. He studied law, worked in politics, even wrote about crime prevention. But behind the carefully crafted mask was something far darker. Bundy was a predator, one of the most dangerous serial killers in American history. For years, he hunted young women, lured them with lies, and vanished without a trace, leaving only horror in his wake. And for a long time, he got away with it. So how did he finally get caught? What tiny details unraveled the illusion? And how close did he come to escaping justice? Forever. This is the chilling and shocking true story of how they caught Ted Bundy. Before we dive into the topic, don't forget to subscribe to Crime Unsolved for more incredible stories from history. Ted Bundy's killing spree began in 1974. His victims were always young women, usually white, college-age, intelligent, and attractive. He used the same disturbing tactic, faking an injury, asking for help, then attacking once they let their guard down. He didn't look like a monster. That was his greatest weapon. In Washington state, women began disappearing one after another. Brenda Ball, Susan Rancourt, Roberta Parks, Jorgen Hawkins. Each woman vanished near a college campus, often during the evening. Some witnesses mentioned a man with a sling. Others remembered a bronze Volkswagen Beetle, but with no physical evidence, the police were lost. Bundy's confidence grew. He even revisited crime scenes. After killing Jorgen Hawkins, he returned the next day, while police were searching the area, to retrieve a piece of her jewelry. He was hiding in plain sight. In July 1974, Bundy carried out one of his boldest moves, abducting 2 women in one day from Lake Sammamish State Park in broad daylight. This time, multiple witnesses remembered key details. The man called himself Ted, wore a sling, and drove a VW Beetle. Police finally had a sketch. It was shown on TV and in newspapers. One of the people who saw it was Elizabeth Klopfer, Bundy's girlfriend at the time. She contacted the police, telling them she suspected Ted might be involved. She knew he drove a VW. She'd seen strange things in his apartment: surgical gloves, crutches, plaster of Paris, women's clothes. Still, police didn't move quickly. Bundy didn't fit their idea of a killer. By fall, Bundy moved to Utah to study law, and the murders continued. In October 1974, a 17-year-old girl vanished from a local high school. Her body was later found in the woods, brutally assaulted and mutilated. Incredibly, she was the daughter of a police chief. Despite rising suspicion, Bundy stayed ahead of investigators until August 1975. A Utah Highway Patrol officer noticed a suspicious car in a quiet neighborhood. Inside, he found a ski mask, handcuffs, rope, and an ice pick. Ted Bundy was arrested. Police still didn't have murder charges, but they charged him with attempted kidnapping. Then, they started connecting him to similar cases in other states. While awaiting trial, Bundy escaped, twice. The first time, he jumped from a courthouse window and was missing for 6 days. The second time, in December 1977, he broke through the ceiling of his cell and walked out of jail dressed in civilian clothes. He made his way across the country to Florida. There, the horror reached new depths. On January 15, 1978, Bundy broke into Florida State University's Chi Omega sorority house. Within 15 minutes, he brutally attacked 4 women. 2 of them died. He then walked to another apartment and attacked a 5th victim. This time, he left behind vital evidence, including a bite mark that would later match his teeth. A few days later, he abducted and murdered 12-year-old Kimberly Leach. That would be his final victim. On February 15, 1978, police in Pensacola stopped a stolen vehicle. The man inside resisted arrest and gave a fake name. But soon they realized who he was: America's most wanted fugitive, Ted Bundy. The trial became a national event. Bundy, ever the narcissist, chose to represent himself in court. His performance was theatrical, but it couldn't save him. In 1979, he was convicted of the Chi Omega murders. In 1980, he was sentenced to death for killing Kimberly Leach. Over the years on death row, Bundy confessed to killing at least 30 women. The real number may be much higher. He admitted to returning to the bodies, applying makeup to them, even sleeping beside them. He kept trophies, sometimes severed heads. It wasn't just murder, it was obsession, control, possession. In his final interviews, Bundy tried to blame pornography and childhood trauma, but few bought it. On January 24th, 1989, at age 42, Ted Bundy was executed in the electric chair. Crowds gathered outside Florida State Prison, cheering, holding signs, even setting off fireworks. The nightmare was finally over. If you liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe the channel.